Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Krista here to do the weekly reading for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Aquarius, if you don't know your Moon and Rising sign, there's a link in the description box where you can learn your whole birth chart, and that way for additional information for the week, you can always look at your Moon and Rising sign readings as well as your Sun sign reading today. So this is for Aquarius for this week of August 8th to August 15th. I'll be using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck for a 5-card spread today, and then as always drawing an additional card from each of the Medicine card tarot and the Healing with the Angels tarot. So this is a general reading. I encourage you to apply whatever you see here to whatever is most prominent in your life, and hopefully you find it helpful and healing. So what does Aquarius need to know? So we're just looking for 2 more jumper cards. Okay. Sweet. Okay, so how I'm going to begin, Aquarius, is just getting a snapshot, sort of an eagle eye view of what's going on with regard to the whole card spread. And then I'll go through what each card means in each position, and then I'll show them up to the camera closely to you so you can see what's going on in the cards and intuitively draw from the cards any information that is important to you that I may or may not be addressing. So let's get these out so you can sort of see them here. Okay, so generally speaking, my dear Aquarius, you are ready to take a risk. In fact, time could not be better, and it's going to feel probably rather effortless. I'm actually excited for you. You have every single thing that you need, even if you don't think you do. If that's what's going on, please don't overthink the situation. Just do it. Take a risk. Um, from love and from a higher power. Obviously, if you're doing anything from a lower vibration, I wouldn't suggest you do that. But certainly if you're doing something from love and you really feel it, and it's about taking a risk out of love or out of dignity or out of courage, please keep going for it. There is a great reward that is due to you for doing this. And again, it's a general issue. So sorry, it's a general reading. So whatever the issue that it's speaking to specifically in your life, I do feel like you will be excited by it. I think that you'll be enlivened by it. You're going to feel as though it is assisting you in your own well-being, in your own growth, in your own development. And I really feel right now that you intuitively understand everything that I'm saying, even though I have really no idea what's going on in your life. I really feel like this means something specific to you. So I'm grateful for that. The law of attraction is at work here too as well. So if you feel like you're being called to do something that's a little bit edgy or maybe takes a little bit of courage, if you will, I think that you're going to feel as though you're not only ready, but that you kind of asked for it, even if it's from a subconscious sort of standpoint. I think particularly when you begin to make that effort or when you begin to take that step, or that behavior or that act, I think you will at some point during the week, at least at one phase, just say, oh my gosh, like, of course this is happening. I've been waiting for this, or I've been working toward this, or I was, I didn't know when the right time would come, and it's here now. So really lovely to see this. I'm really happy to see this for you. Let's look at which card is in each position here. We have the Come to the Edge card in the central position. This represents you this week, Aquarius. Come to the Edge is really all about taking chances, but doing it like a calculated chance, right? It's not something that you go into say willy-nilly, or you sort of just taking a chance to upset somebody. This is a rational, responsible venture for you. And like I said, it's going to feel as though it's been calculated. You're taking a chance, but it's through a great deal of decision making, thought processing, even study or learning about something. But it's saying here that you're just, it's ready. Something's ready for you, or you are ready for something that you have put a lot of time and heart into. So really fun to see for you. I'm excited to see this for you. In the energy that you're just leaving or bringing into the week is to the sea. This is a go with the flow mentality. I do think that this is necessarily going to be left behind here with regard to this issue once you are able to take that leap. For example, go with the flow is lovely, right? We go along to get along with most situations. Um, and I really feel like it's kept you calm to this degree as well, up to this point, up to this chance taking, risk taking, if you will. But these can't work together. So I think if there is a decision still up in the air, for example, I think you're going to be pretty happy with taking that chance. So go with the flow up until you know that something needs to change, or that you need to push yourself or challenge yourself a little bit this week, Aquarius, because I think you'll be really pleasantly surprised with the outcome. With the poised card in the what is working for you position, this is really about, literally about having everything you need in order to take that chance. Like I said, this is a calculated process for you. Nothing is really going to surprise you here so much, uh, as much as the behavior itself. I think you just making that move or that decision, etc., is going to be the surprise. If anything, it'll be like, oh, the time is now, perfect, and that'll be the only surprise that's going on because you've been contemplating this for some time anyway, and maybe even talking yourself out of it, or having other people in your circle talk you out of it, or it just not being the right time for some reason. But it really is now. I think that you feel like, for example, even if you feel on some level like you don't have everything you need, or maybe this isn't the right time, if any of that is occurring through the week with regard to this event or concern or concept, trust that you do. I think this is the poised is saying, even if you feel like for some reason it should be put off, or maybe this isn't the right time, just go with it. Maybe go with it for now, because the calculation, that whether you're aware of it or not, is correct. You've made a calculated attempt. Whether or not you're aware that you have everything you need, you truly do. So take that chance this week, Aquarius. In the what you may not be aware of position is Treasure Island. This is where I'm confident in saying that you know exactly what's going on, even if it's on subconscious level, and you also know that it's your time. This is the time to do it. Um, the going with the flow, I think, is really healthy in conjunction with the poised. Again, with the whether or not you're aware that you have everything you need, go with it. You will find that you do have everything you need, or everything will be provided to you. The Treasure Island, in terms of law of attraction, is about being ready because it's ready for you. This is about, believe it or not, it's as much um, giving or doing as it is in equal amounts receiving and accepting. It's a curious balance, but it's actually really healthy, and it's really paramount to taking this risk. So if you can balance those two worlds between engaging in the world in an appropriate way, and then accepting what you need to accept in an appropriate way, and creating a nice, healthy balance around those two maybe emotional or psychological constructs this week regarding this risk taking or chance taking, I think you're going to feel incredibly balanced about it, because you know that it is the world of give and take, particularly when it means to giving something up in order to make room for something else. And this could just be on the idea realm, right? The idea plane. It doesn't have to be manifest in the material world, but I do see this as a material construct. She is at the edge of a landmass, although there is a great deal of water element involved in the reading as well. So if it isn't a material concern here in terms of the material plane, it could be an emotional endeavor. And all the same, it's just as important, and it's just as it's considered just as much a calculated risk. Okay, so as long as as long as you're growing here, as long as the attempt or the risk um, is about growth, right? Getting you to the next level that you predict or want to create for yourself. And in the probable outcome position is the flexible card. This really just essentially means that you are going to be able to manipulate around or within what is being manifested here. An egg is featured in this card. We'll look at this in just a moment. And this really just means that an opportunity exists within the moment, even if it feels like it's taking you out of your comfort zone a little bit, or if it's sort of a new playing field or a new avenue, etc. for you. I do feel like there is a beautiful opportunity within it. Trust, again, trust that you have what it takes and that you can maneuver around any difficulties. Should they arise at the end of this, just know that if you do meet with any difficulties, or if you do meet with any upset or with any challenges here, that you have absolutely everything you need to accomplish what you set out to accomplish no matter what. In fact, that the flexibility during this process will enhance your abilities to keep going, your abilities to take it to the next level, or even enjoy the results of what you're taking a risk about here. So rest assured here, there's just a lot of, I would go so far as to say zen. There's a real opportunity for zen in this moment, in this week, and regarding this concern. The challenge for you, Aquarius, is to just take that leap, take that calculated risk. So let's go through these one by one briefly. Like I said, she's on the edge of a material plane here, but you can see, dozens of hearts around her. This really is a matter of the heart. This is a matter of heart or love ascension. If you can trust that this is the time for you, you are doing the right thing for you, you've been led to this position or have manifested this position for yourself. So how could it be wrong? How could it not lead you to your highest good if this is how you've come about discovering it? So, and the way that you've come to this position, I believe here, is the go with the flow. You've been receiving a lot. You've been receptive through both emotional and intellectual realms uh, with this process. Like I said, this is a calculated concern. So it's not like you're running into this willy-nilly. This isn't something that's going to trip you up. I think you have all of the armor, if you will, to get through this, or to overcome, or to find your way through this opportunity. So remember here that there are also two elements of both air and water. So I do feel like you are keeping balance. If there's any imbalance at all, Aquarius, this week, recall just for a few seconds during that moment to create that balance again, okay, between the emotions and the intellect in particular here. We have poise, like I mentioned, in the what is working for you. You can see that she's literally leaping for joy. She has no concerns at all. She's on a tiny little platform, but taking this sort of aerobic or acrobatic, if you will, leap above, because she knows that she's ascending, that even if she does fall, let's say she does, she has something to land on and she can start again. But that's not what is about to occur. Her arms are, she's reaching toward the heavens. She knows that something is greater out there for her and that she's ready. She's willing to take that calculated leap. Look at them. There's two of them jumping here. So keep going. Rise to the occasion, if you will. In the what you may not be aware of, like I said, this is the law of attraction. Riches await you. Are they material? They could be. Could it be emotional, psychological, spiritual, or mental health riches? Absolutely. Whatever this is, wherever this is occurring in your life this week is where you will be rewarded. So that risk will be met with rewards this week, Aquarius. And with the flexible card, like I mentioned, an opportunity awaits. Something is going to be broken open, something that leads you to a higher awareness, to a higher greatness. And of course, she's a literal acrobat in this situation. So you're going to be able to bounce back from anything that feels unfamiliar at this point. I just don't see anything negative necessarily here. I do feel like if anything occurs, you may have to bounce back from something. You may have to refamiliarize yourself with something. You may even have to reassess something here, but it's not going to bring you back to anything. It'll just be about a new understanding of something or a new way to apply something that you are learning through this experience that you didn't say acknowledge or account for, even though this was a calculated thing here. It doesn't matter because you have what it takes. Your reasonable expectations will be met here. The flexibility will be around what you hadn't um, anticipated, but all the same, we'll have everything you need to get through it. Okay, so let's see what your additional cards are here. All right, so we have two. We're going to take them. Why not? Interesting. Okay, so first thing I see here is the wish card. The whale is associated, in my view, to the Rider-Waite Tarot as the wish card. It's also the card that represents your sign. So feel very confident this week, Aquarius, that you're in your element. It's also the card of, this is record keeper. The whale card represents record keeping. This is really about you. I would even say so much as saying Akashic records, that you might even be getting to something really deep about yourself here if that's what's going on, that they come to the edge, that taking the risk could be about really becoming your actualized self. If that's the case, make no apologies for this. Keep going because this is extremely high vibrational manifestation here. So just remember that a wish could be accomplished, or a concern that you've made a wish about could be intellectual, emotional, but it could be in the material realm if this is a business decision, so to speak, for example, that it will be manifest. Something is about to be manifest here, and it will feel like you not only knew it was about to occur, you manifested it yourself, and you feel really comfortable and confident here, even if it stretches you, even if there are challenges to be met. Like I said here in the flexible probable outcome card, you're going to have everything you need, or you're going to be able to create everything you need in a very short period of time, or you'll have it available to you and you just need to ask. With the fox here, we have camouflage. You could find that you are running back and forth from something. So that's not entirely untoward when it comes to this as well. You could even find if for a brief moment you need to go back to something, or there could be a feeling of being drawn back to old energy or old patterns. Just remember that you can still be the person you want to be. You can still be playful and considerate, pardon me, and fun, etc., while not undoing all the hard work that you've managed to apply here. So in terms of record keeping and the camouflage, just remember that you can still be true to yourself. You can still be sweet and playful and fun and still take these risks, and that they are very much part and parcel of your higher calling. And it's probably even important to stay playful and fun and camouflaged. Another way to read the camouflage card here is to say that if you need to stay undercover about something or during this process, because it is such a high wish fulfillment card, that yeah, if you want to or need to keep things to yourself this week with regard to how you're progressing or with the actual risk taking itself, I mean, unless you feel like someone else is owed this answer because it concerns them, maybe keep it to yourself, or keep the answer brief. But yeah, if you need to keep something close to the chest this week, if you feel that that will protect you somehow, then do that, because like I said, you're not going to it's not an outright lie, and you can come around and explain what is occurring this week at another time, because this is experiential for you this week. This isn't about explanations. So if you need to get around something with regard to answering questions about this in particular, um, you know, do that. Don't worry about that too much. So, whoa, we had a couple of jumpers at once, but this one actually fell out. So I'm going to take this one for you. We have soulmate. This is just feeling really supported right now. This could be a higher power. This could be God, source. This could be an animal that you're close to in your life. It could be a deceased person with whom you're drawing from spiritually or intellectually. Or it could be a lover, or it could be just a best friend, someone that you find very soulful and spiritual in your life who is helping to guide you to your highest self, to these higher processes for yourself. So, in summary, this is really just about feeling supported, feeling as though someone has your back, um, and if there is any concern or question around someone having your back this week, you can certainly reach out and put someone to the test this week, and I can nearly guarantee that they'll be there for you. They're excited for you, and someone is looking out for you. So take a chance this week, Aquarius. Have fun with it. Remember that you've brought this to yourself. It's the right time for you, and you have everything that you need. And if there are challenges, you can meet them at every turn. So trust yourself. And if you have a second, let me know how this works out for you. I'm genuinely curious, as always. And if you're not already, subscribe to my channel because I upload videos for your sign every single week. Until we meet next time, take good care, Aquarius. Bye for now.